Alrighty guys, now I really wish we could be seeing this super full blood total eclipse in Sagittarius, but it's too cloudy here. You can, like, the camera's not even picking up there's red hues in the sky, but you can't see it. And we know what a super full moon is, right? The light is extremely powerful because the moon is orbiting closer to the earth. When it's farther away, it's micro, baby. Micro. All right, let's go get our messages. Thank you to the birds for laying down the chords this morning. What a message. What a message this is, guys. To receive it. Wow. Okay, but of course, we have a total lunar eclipse. Full blood moon in Sagittarius. We're going to hit our mark, we're going to hit our aim, and we're going to expand. This has to do with the Six of Submersibles, the masculine longing for the feminine and the connection to the child, the inner child, the children. And when I say the children, guys, it's understanding at this point we're creating with patterning that sustains for the next 7 generations plus. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to deplete everything because I don't care and I'm going to die and I'm going to leave this planet and I'm just going to let it burn all up and I better have fun before I leave. No, it's like I'm creating, my energy is leaving an energetic imprint here. And as I experience emotional imprinting, my energy is creating an energetic imprint here, and it matters. It matters what I do here because I'm going to create with patterning that sustains for the next 7 generations plus. And that 7 generations plus is connected to the 7 of Pentacles and the reinvestment in the earth. The growth here, the fact that we came here to tend to the gardens and know what that actually means. And we didn't come here to tend to no gardens and be no slave. We came here to work with life and for life to work with us, and it's understanding that growth is work and life is work, and it's honoring that, and we're not a bunch of sloth pigs that are just gonna make all this money and pick up all our phones and dial it all in, and we're just gonna order the whole world and have the whole world delivered to us because we're just a big fat consumer. Ooh, guys, that was really nasty and lower vibrational. It also felt very honest. See how it can all become one? Perception, right? Perception. Wow. Perception is a very interesting thing. And someone's intentions do matter. Consciousness is, wow. Wow, guys. Wow. Woo. Okay. This has to do with what's happening here. The Princess of Wands, we're expanding. There's the 13 Spheres of Knowledge. Now there's two cards I have not looked at till now. We all looked at, but so the 13 Spheres of Knowledge are going to help us to restore balance here on the earth, remembering we're getting in service with the earth. This is a shaman. We know the shaman walks the world, the underworld, and helps us, massive connection to the underworld and helping us to heal from those patterns, sickness, death, rebirth. Oh my goodness, freaking 6 and 7 of Pentacles. This is hilarious. I find much humor in this, guys. I'm telling you guys, this is how I continue to have my belief charge lit. Wow. I wish you guys could be with me to see how this all goes down, but I really have to remember that you guys got to do you, and we need here to heal, harmony. To heal, harmony. Alchemy of the words, guys. Alchemy of the words. Heal, harmonize, and raise the vibes. We're on target. We're on point. We're in alchemy. We're in alchemy of the words around here. Let's see what's going down to go up. It's going up to go down to go up. Okay. This is connected to what's happening here. And of course, what's happening here. It's an elevation. You know what? Got my very first mosquito bite here, guys. Try not to scratch it. And leave it be. We barely even have any grass growing, but the mosquitoes are here. One of the very few bugs we really have a lot of up here in Canada. Okay, it's about our adaptability. It flew out on the 6 of submersibles. Our adaptability to heal with the elements of air and quit our fight. This is everything we just discussed in channeled messages. We're going to heal with the 5 of Swords, and we're going to pull out our charge from the 5 of Wands. Because we're going to go back to the center. We're going to go back to love. We're going to go back to joy. We're going to be in joy. We're going to enjoy ourselves. It's like when, you know, it's like when you're in intimacy and you're in lust, are you in joy? Are you in a fantasy and thinking you're in joy? Because you're feeding from a place. Or are you in joy because you're in alignment? You feel joy. You feel the joy through you. You're sustaining, and you're happy because you're in alignment, and you're in a relationship that's giving and receiving. So it's not just an empty hole that's feeding and is always needing to feed. No, you've created sustainable. You've created the Taurus because you give and you take and you take and you give. You don't just give. And it's connected to the sleeper. It's connected to what's happening right here. We're grounding love through the feminine. And we're restoring our responsibility to the earth. Through the earth, because we're doing it through self. As we restore our responsibility to self, it's reflecting back to us the earth. And this is where we have now cracked open. This is where we have now cracked open. From Pisces to Aries, ruled by the moon and Pluto. A pale woman, her face calm and beautiful, her arms crossed, sleeps naked with a moon crystal at her breast. The pale green tresses of her hair flow like winding rivers. Drops of water fall, she is the moon in sleep. The moon and Pluto in this combination in Pisces symbolize the Persephone myth. Abducted by Hades, she was forced to remain in the underworld for part of every year, indicating that intense emotional power is currently dormant, held prisoner and awaiting the appropriate time to achieve full expression. The moon in this mansion signifies a time of quiet and stillness before summoning up a new energy to tackle life. It is a time of premonition and clairvoyance. This is right before we break free from the cocoon. We're activating here with the feminine. Drawing this card, you cannot deal with whatever is about to happen until the time of resting is complete. Nevertheless, your ability to visualize the future will play a key part later, resulting in the successful outcome of the matter. And it's connected to premonition, and we're healing from suspicion. We're healing from our impulses. Look, we're working with Aries and Pisces. Aries is our connection to the inner child. We're healing from our impulses. We're expanding. We're working with Pisces, the oldest sign. Our connection to the all, in order to understand why we're healing from our impulses. We're activating with our cycles, our rhythms. We're cyclical. This is the connection to the creator. This is the connection to what's natural. This is what we came here to restore. And of course, it's working with the feminine. It's love. And it's an ending to what's old. That's why wedding is here. This is love that's not in alignment, forced marriages, karmic relationships, it's coming to an end. Because we're going to take a fall to create harmony. Because we need it to recharge. And we're recharging because it's time to get promoted. Look, it's time to get promoted. We just got adaptability. We know this is about our adaptability. Last time we talked to La Luna, it was all about our adaptability. Okay? It's being activated here. Pluto's retrograde, Saturn retrograde, we got Mercury going retrograde. Guys, it's lit. Ooh. So we're gonna stay in this rest, connected to this 13 spheres of knowledge till we finish our transformation. We're going to stay in this in action till we 1000% understand where to apply the force. We're working with the third house, our ideas. By making the right connections, we're going to get our ideas going. This is where we answer the call to spirit. Like, look, there's the phone, right? And then there is the feather. And we've answered the call to spirit. And this is connected to our new beginning and the Fool in our new beginning. Now, guys, this is exciting because this is our connection to Gemini. The third house, right? Communication and how we communicate. And this is about Mercury as well. It's connected to Mercury. And this is about how we communicate. This is about we're changing how we communicate. It's going to become more carefree and loving, and we're going to heal with these patterns of communication. And it's going to be through the energy of the opposites. We need to remember, right? We're healing through the energy of the opposites in order to expand and be the positive charge. Use our light, our flame, and to expand with it. So this will be changing. It's connected to the mind. The mind is changing. This has to do with that 5 of Swords charge that's allowing us to heal from the 5 of Wands. We have the feather in our cap. We've had expansion. We've had enlightenment here. What's being activated here? We're activating something that is connected to our spiritual quest. We're going to Metatron. Actually, no. Okay, we're not. We're going here. Has to do with this. So we're going here. Earth Warriors Oracle. And guys, I am going to have a separate reading dedicated just to the sacred geometry of what's being built at this time, because it's important, because like this is not happening overnight. We talk about metamorphosis for like 6 months at a time. It's not happening overnight. We're talking about metamorphosis, transformation for a year. It's not happening overnight. That's something we have to heal with, is this time thing. Like, we've been sold this consumerist life where we just go to the store and buy everything and it just happens overnight, but we feel empty inside after the high off that impulse fades away, because we need to build what sustains. And to do that, we have to build off of reality. And reality is just the truth. It's just the truth. It's the freaking truth. All right. And the truth shifts depending upon what our perception of that truth is as well, right? It's like, oh, I'm having the shittiest fucking day ever. I'm having a day with a few challenges in it. Right? Panthera, the precious and rare. And guys, this is lit, because this is connected to that Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands. And look, what does she have with her? The Panther. Total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. Full blood moon. We're lit. We're following our synchronicities and signs. We're on point. And that's why when they speak, we listen. The precious and rare, our faith and optimism are not meant to make us complacent, but rather to encourage us to believe that our action in the world will have a positive and real effect. There are situations where your voice, your courage, and your fearless determination are needed. You will make a difference. Cast helplessness or despair aside and find the fighter within. Fight for what needs defending with all of your heart. Do not yield. You have the strength to handle any challenge, even the ones that intimidate you. You may feel that you are alone in the fight sometimes, but there are forces of good in spirit and upon the earth that are fighting with you, supporting you, believing in you, assisting you, and championing your success. It may not always feel like it, but you are not in this alone. There is help at hand to uncover a hidden piece of information which will allow truth and justice to prevail. Spiritual guidance. Do not give up on yourself or the divine. You are not overreacting or making things seem more important than they are in truth. When in the face of possible loss, something deep in our soul recoils in horror, it is a sign that something is not right. It is not a sign that we are too attached or not trusting enough in the divine to figure everything out. It is a sign that we must fight to safeguard what would otherwise perish. And that's what we're doing. We're fighting for life. We're fighting for the life that's perishing on this earth every single day. The very thing we're connected to. We are life. And we need to stop killing life. We have a choice. We can create with patterning that allows us to be a virus, or we can create with patterning that allows us to live in symbiosis. The choice is up to us. We have the choice. We need to wake up to the choice and honor the choice. And it's not just enough to think the choice. We need to act on the choice. We need to heal the masculine. It's not all this, once again too, it's just not all, you're on your spiritual quest and you're watching all these tarot readings, or you're trying to get out there and help heal the earth, or you're learning how to read oracle cards, or you're doing energy healing, and you're taking your Reiki or acupuncture. No, this is about actually, you want to heal the masculine. Heal with force, heal with the energy, do what's right. Honor the force, honor the energy. Don't waste it. Don't give it away. And it's not just about saying, and continuing to do what we've always done. It's creating anew. It's doing the harder things. It's protecting ourselves. It's protecting what's right. We're protecting life. We're getting back to life. In it all, not separating. We're not going to separate the flora, the bacteria from this plant and say only the plant can stay, and we're going to kill off all the bacteria. It's part of all of it. It's part of everything. We're going to let the bees die. That's okay. We're going to just, no. Life is connected, all of life, and we all need each other. This is connected to the jaguar. And this is connected to a tribe in South America, this message, and they are the jaguar people, known as the jaguar people. And their exposure to outside influences and grabs for their land changed their economy, introduced diseases, and challenged continuing existence for their culture. The exploitation of their lands, financial greed, is never part of the divine plan. It's never part of the divine plan. And that is the message. And that's what we're honoring. That is not the divine plan. And that's how we need to heal with the earth and being here. We know this because the pure of heart recoil in horror and disgust at such events. We must not fall prey to the dark deception that tries to make us accept what is unacceptable by falsely attributing it to the divine. We're untwisting it. We're seeing it for what it is. The divine is very much needed to correct and restore the situation before negative use of free will creates irreversible damage. Why we're here, our mission work. We have the power to evoke that protective and corrective divine presence through the use of our own free will, which involves taking conscious action, which is everything that we've been working on doing and in the creation of. Well, let's praying for courage, inspiration, assistance, and protection. Such sacred activism builds self-esteem, boosts our belief in what is possible for wise and courageous people to create together. We become unwilling to be hoodwinked or made to feel impotent in the face of unjust destruction. Instead, we rally, we rise, we gain energy, we become fierce with divine healing energy. Treasuring what is sacred, original and worth preserving in human culture is part of our task as those who are aware enough to recognize it. One of the tribal wisdoms of these people is that the best way to contribute is to do what one does best. There may be many who want to stop you, and yet the black jaguar, a rare variant of the panther species of South America, brings the medicine of fearlessness and willingness to act, the ability to discover hidden knowledge and unravel secrets. These black jaguar are endangered, unique treasures upon this earth. Their presence in our consciousness reflects the conversation taking place between our soul and the Divine Mother. She knows how to heal any ills within her realm. All we need to do is follow the urgings of our heart with confidence, and that all we need to know will be imparted so that her beautiful will can be brought to bear. You know what I was thinking? It was talking about those cards from that Witches tarot deck and thinking how, you know, the message was the 5 of Cups and doing better for the earth, getting in service with the earth. That's part of our mission work, and our 10 of Cups purpose and our truth and our healing and the connection to the patterning of what's natural to build anew and create the golden ages. But that it was a bear that looked like the next card, like the cards that were connected to each other, was the bear. You know, when she was the shaman and she was helping people to cross over into the realms of what is seen because they've been initiated, because they've done the work to see and what that means. And here we have another connection. All we do is follow the urgings of the heart with confidence, and that we need to, and that all we need to know will be imparted so that her beautiful will can be brought to bear. And just being touched by those birds that came here. And knowing that we need to do better for life. Those birds matter just as much as my son matters. And you know, the things we tell ourselves. But those birds matter just as much as I matter. Those birds are of an equally fair chance at life. And I've seen that and I recognize it. By expanding and getting to the source, by getting to the center, by being in service to life. Healing process. Visualize and imagine or feel there is a black jaguar emerging from the night sky. Moonlight shines on black fur. Fearless eyes shine like sunlit amber. The movement is measured, steady, and without hesitation. You sense the absolute certainty and confidence emanating from this sacred creature. Whatever is holding you back, whether you can clearly articulate it or not, is now severed from your field by one deft swipe from Black Jaguar. Feel the release with peace in your heart. Spirit of Black Jaguar reveals my courage, conviction, purpose, and passion. I am freed from constraint. I am made ready in this moment and for all moments to come. By the grace of the divine feminine, I am willing to participate fully in my life, to take action upon the divine urgings of my heart for the greatest good. I will not be ashamed and silenced. I will take action every day in whatever ways I can, with fierce compassion in my heart and sacred, rebellious fire in my belly. May divine purpose manifest through our willingness and talent, and through our faith in ourselves, each other, and the divine. So be it. You have completed your healing process. Now, guys, there's all of our connections right there. The divine feminine. And remember, this is about the recalibration, and we were going to go, we're laser focusing in between the root and our throat. Well, look at that. We will not be shamed and silenced. We untwisted it.